Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm excited you're here. And if you're new here, thank you so much for joining. I love talking about movies and art and filmmaking, so if you like that stuff, stick around. Today, I'm gonna be talking about my least favorite movies of 2025. Okay, so to start out, let's set up a few parameters here. First of all, not everyone's gonna agree with this list. That's totally fine. You are more than welcome to disagree. This list is gonna be 6 movies, and it's gonna be from like didn't enjoy to really didn't enjoy. Now this list going from 6 to 1 may not be in perfect order, but it's close enough. So with that being said, let's dive right in. All right, coming in at number 6, I'm gonna have to say Karate Kid Legends. Just not a big fan of this movie, guys. I like the Karate Kid franchise, okay? Some things I did kind of enjoy were Jackie Chan, always been a fan. I like Joshua Jackson. I like martial arts movies. I like seeing, fight scenes. But it just felt like a really long TikTok. It was very clunky in the story and in the editing, and it had potential. And I think that's why I didn't enjoy it, because I saw potential anytime there was like an emotional beat where I wanted to connect with the main character, and I was like, oh, here's a moment where we can connect with him or see how he feels about it, see how he processes it. It only lasts for a second and it just like rushes past it. And so again, it feels like disjointed. It's like, okay, like it's like whiplash. I'm like, I wanted to sit with this for a second. I wanted to see how he dealt with it, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. And I don't know, it just felt like so rushed. Even though I like fight scenes, I didn't care for the cinematography of the fight scenes either, which was unfortunate because you could tell they got a lot of talented people involved. But it was like, man, like they'd be too close in on certain shots, and it's like you can't even see their skill or their choreography. So ultimately, it was just disappointing, and I just wanted more from it. All right, coming in at number 5 is gonna be Jurassic World Rebirth. What even is this movie, guys? I know it made a ton of money, okay? I'm not blind to that fact. And if you enjoyed these movies, please understand, that's totally fine, okay? I like the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies, in general, right? I grew up with the originals. I really love the first 2 quite a bit. This one, there were, again, some interesting concepts of what they were doing with the dinosaurs kind of being integrated more so into everyday life, and how they had to come up with, like, I think it was a cure. I could be wrong on some of the facts. It's been a while since I've seen it. But the characters were very unlikable, guys. Like, I mean, essentially our main characters are mercenaries. I mean, aside from the doctor, and some of the dialogue, man, was just so bad. Like, I can enjoy bad dialogue. I know that sounds ironic, but like there's cheesy stuff from the 80s and the 90s, right? But this felt like they took AI and were like, here's all these great movies from the 80s and 90s that everybody loves. Give us the best cheesy lines you got, and like didn't proofread them, didn't tweak them. A lot of it is cringy, man. And I just didn't believe the backstories in terms of like, they're supposed to have these like histories together. I didn't feel connected to them. And then the dad with his daughters and the, stupid boyfriend, that was just annoying. All of that was annoying. I hate the fact that they emasculated the dad. And he's just like, oh, I can't like make my daughters mad sort of thing. And I'm just like, dude, grow a backbone. And there's more I could say, but the point is I didn't like it. All right, coming in at number 4 is the movie Eternity. And I was hoping this one would be better. Like, the concept, again, is kind of interesting. Like, you've got a week to decide which afterlife you're gonna go to once you pass away. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then obviously they put in the lifelong husband versus the first love aspect. And so it's this like rom-com, who's she gonna choose thing. And so interesting concept, but the execution was bad for me. Now I will say I am a Christian and I have certain beliefs about eternity and the afterlife. That doesn't mean I can't enjoy a story that doesn't perfectly line up with my beliefs concerning the afterlife. It's like watching a fairy tale, So it's like, it's not that I can't enjoy something like that. The problem was even the outcome I was kind of hoping for, rooting for, what happens throughout the journey of the film, it didn't feel fulfilling. It felt like all the things that happened in the film kind of created more baggage for the eternity. And I was just like, okay, well, this just wasn't worth it to me. Like, it didn't end up feeling like hopeful or fun or lighthearted or anything. It was just weird. And plus there's a lot of weird jokes in that movie, a lot of kind of crass humor. Even some of the choices for eternity, like some are obvious, like eternity on the beach, eternity on the mountains, but some of them I'm like, that's not even funny, man, that's just gross. So it was just a weird movie. And you know, I will say, like, I like Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller as actors, and the other guy was fine, but yeah, this was just, it was a miss for me. Coming in at number 3 is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I saw the first one for sure, and I remember enjoying it. I knew it was a little bit out there and, you know, suspension of disbelief stuff. I bought into the kind of the wildness of it because it was fun. I liked the dynamic of the cast. I haven't really seen it since it came out, so don't know what I would think on a rewatch. I'm not even sure if I've seen the second one. This one, I don't know if they were trying too hard or what. They added new characters, like a younger group of characters. Don't know why they felt like they needed to do that. Problem with a lot of these movies I'm mentioning is the characters don't seem to authentically connect. It seems very forced. And I know it's a shorter runtime, so they're trying to do what they can and work in all the plots and the twists. I get it, but I don't know. It didn't feel executed very well. And ultimately it was just kind of like, there's much better like heist type movies that I could watch. I just didn't feel like there was too much of a purpose for it. There wasn't anything that I was like, oh, that's so awesome. I didn't feel like they did anything that was like super inspiring. There just wasn't much meat to it. So it was just kind of like, it felt like a bit of a waste of time. All right, coming in at number 2 is gonna be James Gunn's Superman. I realize this might ruffle some feathers, and I will admit, I understand that I'm in the minority, okay? I know that a lot of people enjoyed that movie, and feel free to keep enjoying it, but I'm a big Superman fan. I'm a big DC Comics fan, a big Batman fan. I know everyone in these fandoms have strong opinions, okay? So just because I have a strong opinion doesn't mean you can't have yours. That being said, I've watched a lot of Superman movies and TV shows and cartoons from the 40s, from the 90s, and read actual comic books, okay? Whether you believe me or not, I've read Superman comic books, Superman graphic novels, DC, and so on. So all that to say, I just found this movie to be way too over the top, way too cheesy. I don't mind cheesy, okay? Like, I'd probably sound hypocritical. Like, I like the cheesier Batman movies. I'm not trying to sound hypocritical, but there was just something about it that I didn't find, I don't know if charming's the right word or what. It felt like, oh, we're trying to be cheesy. We're trying to be comic booky. It's like, look at us. It didn't feel like real. I don't know, it just didn't feel like that's what they really wanted to do, was to have fun. It just felt like the previous iterations have been so intense. It's like, we gotta go full send the opposite direction no matter what, whether we like it or not, is kind of what it felt like. And I like David Cornsweet and I like Rachel Brosnahan, so the casting is good, but I'm just not hopeful for the future films. I don't mind seeing David as Superman again. It's just the films in general, the stories where they're taking it, because James Gunn also changed a fundamental aspect of the Superman lore that a lot of people had a problem with, and I'm one of them, okay? I'm trying not to spoil it here, but I did not like that change at all. So that is a huge reason why I didn't like it. It's not the only reason, but it is a big reason why I just don't really care for the movie. To me, there's just way better Superman movies to watch, so I'd rather just do that. All right, and coming in at number 1 for my absolute least favorite movie of the entire year of 2025, unequivocally, is One Battle After Another. Horrible movie. It is terrible. I can't stand it. It is a movie that I almost didn't even add to the list because I don't really even consider it to be a movie. I think it is anti-art. I don't think it's artistic in the sense of story. Sure, credit where credit's due. It's well made. But what movie from Hollywood these days is not well made? They've got millions of dollars. They've got nice cameras. They've got people who are good at their craft. So the cinematographer is gonna be talented. You know, the actors are gonna be good for the most part. Not all of them, but man, the story is terrible. It's 3 hours and it's boring. It's a long 3 hours. One of my favorite movies is The Return of the King Extended Edition. That's a 4-hour movie and I love it. If I've got the time, I can sit down for 4 hours, no problem. I wanted to leave. The only reason I didn't leave was because I was seeing it with a friend. It was such a long 3 hours. Every character in that movie is horrible and unlikable, and they're bad people doing bad things. And the movie promotes that as like a virtue, basically. Like it's crazy to me. To me, it is not, again, it's not art, it's propaganda. And I can see why the Academy would be like, oh, Best Picture. It's all just like political. If you like it, I'm not trying to make you feel bad or stupid, okay? People like things for different reasons. Maybe you have reasons that I haven't thought of, but I just do not like that movie. I don't encourage anyone to watch it. It's a waste of time in my opinion, and I feel very strongly about it, as you can see. And you know, it's funny, I'm on Letterboxd. I don't have like a ton of followers. I've got like 3 or 4, I think, but I wrote a half-star review on it. I don't write a lot of reviews, but I felt like I had to. I had to let people know, don't waste your time on this movie. And again, it's not like I went viral or anything, but I got like 7 likes, okay? 2 or 3 followers, 7 likes. You know, it's pretty crazy. A lot of other people felt strongly about it in both directions. Some people really like it, some people hate it. But again, I did not like it. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. Those are my 6 least favorite movies of 2025. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I wanna know down in the comments. I love talking to you guys and engaging with the YouTube community. I'm trying to build community on here, so please let me know what you think. I will say again, please be kind in the comments. You are welcome to disagree with me and other people, but please no bullying, please no name calling. Everyone has different likes, dislikes, and preferences, okay? So please be kind to each other in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. If you did like it, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, as I'm trying to grow this channel, and I'm gonna be making a video about my favorite movies of 2025, so stick around for that. If you didn't like it, again, thank you so much for sticking around and bearing with me. I'm so grateful for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.